Hey guys, so today I want to talk about European Central Bank. They recently made an announcement and it kind of smells just like a deeper integration and closer official announcement for some big news coming up. So yes, I'm going to talk a little bit about Quant today, but this was a big deal. There was an announcement that was made by the ECB pretty much stating how they are going to start using tokenized assets as collaterals in their banks. Now, in this video, I want to get a little bit more detailed exactly what that means, but the big thing that it really tells us is we've been suspecting that the CBDCs are coming, that the European banks are going to be using blockchain technology because if you weren't aware, they don't have to, right? There is legacy tech, things that they can use that is blockchain-like, and the big thought was, are they going to use that? Are they going to use blockchain? Well, this was the official announcement that they're using blockchain. I feel like that was like an undermined aspect to this of we are officially going to be using blockchain technology for the European central banks. Awesome news. So with that, let's talk about how this is likely going to affect Quant, what all this really means, and digging a little bit deeper into that announcement. So this was announced just on the 27th, a couple of days ago, going on a week at this point. And I just recently put out a video stating that when we see whales move, quant price might move about 10 to 14%, and then we get an announcement. That happened on the 27th. We saw a 12% jump in quant, and then there was an announcement, it was about a 7 or 8% jump, I believe, before the announcement from the European Central Bank. Now, again, they did not officially state was quant. However, this is the puzzle pieces because they cannot directly say this stuff, right? But they've been testing quant for how long now, right? And though this is positive for really all of the ISO coins, we kind of know where, or heavily suspecting where, that quant is going to be one of the main leaders involved with this, to where this is past coincidence. So let's first though break down a little bit of what exactly happened and what was announced. So during the press statement, they said that they're going to allow certain digital assets built on distributed ledger technology, DLT, to be used as collateral in their core monetary cooperation. So in the press statement, they stated that they're now going to allow certain digital assets built on distributed ledger technology, DLT, to be used as collateral in their core monetary operations. So this could be anything from the traditional stuff, like bonds or cash equivalents, but it's going to be tokenized. But now the ECB is opening that door up for all blockchain-based assets to be recognized, provided they meet strict standards, right? This is huge because again, this is the first time the ECB has officially acknowledged that digital assets not only can play a role in the mainstream monetary policy, but that they will. Now, this is just the next step prior to everything else happening with the CBDCs, cross-border payments, and of course, they're going to need something that is a interoperable ledger to at least assist in running this because they're going to take collateral from across at least all of Europe. But let's be honest, this is an international banking system. It's going to do things across. We need ways to transfer different assets from different blockchains and different types of revenue and different types of tokenized assets back and forth. Awesome stuff already. So the little catch right now is that, at least for now, only digital assets that are issued through regulated systems, like the central securities depositories, CSDs, or platforms linked to T2S, are going to go through, and the settlement system for Europe are eligible. The ECB is taking baby steps to ensure the safety and compliance for all of this to run easily and freely. But they also hinted at future possibilities, right? Fully digital assets that exist purely on blockchains could one day be eligible too. That's where the real potential for all this innovation and everything that we're excited for comes into play, as well as where Quant and the Overledger platform comes in. Again, we know Quant does. It is all about interoperability and connecting multiple blockchains, blockchain-like technology, and more importantly, connecting blockchain systems with the real world financial infrastructure. And now we're talking collateral as payments. That is real world. That is a big step that honestly, I didn't see this one coming before CBDCs. Hadn't thought about that one so much. So this was a great step forward. And the next big thing to find out, which will probably be announced this year, making the steps for it, is what ledger or ledgers is going to be used for it. So will Quant be the one that tokenizes everything? Probably not. Probably not. It might be. There's a lot of other options for that, but Quant is king for the interoperability part. They're changing their hands over from different ecosystems and blockchain tech, and I'm waiting for that announcement to be made. They've been testing it for so long. You don't usually test something for several years and decide, hey, this works, let's move off to something else. Let's move forward. So since Quant's already been in the pilot programs with the ECB, showing that they can move and test with digital securities, move it across all the legacy banking systems and blockchains. It's been piloted for the tokenized deposits in the UK. Good sign that going forward, the possibilities expand even further with this, right? The ECB mentioned their eventual goal is allowing fully digital assets that exist only on blockchains, as collateral, and this is something that looks like they're moving forward to very quickly. So with Overledger, what could Quant actually do? What could it enable, right? The cross-chain compliance, meaning any blockchain asset can meet ECB standards, and this really opens up where they can tokenize this collateral from. It can be multi-nation, right? Multi-chain collateral, allowing the banks to go ahead and pledge digital assets from digital blockchains or different blockchains at the exact same time. The smart contract enforcement, automatically monitoring and validating what collateral is happening in real time. So imagine we're a future where the digital euro, tokenized bonds, and other blockchain native assets can all flow seamlessly throughout the whole euro system. Right? Fully recognized and regulated just the way the banking system wants to be. And Quant was literally designed for this. It's the backbone, and it's what they've been running on their betas and their pilot testing. So what does this actually mean for the investors, for us, other than pretty damn exciting news? Well, this lets us know from this announcement, it signals that Europe's central bank infrastructure not only is evolving to include blockchain assets, it's now setting it up and making it more regulated. Them announcing that they're going to be using or can use tokenized assets as collateral, it means it's already been working. They've already tested it. They wouldn't make an announcement without knowing that it's what they're going to do and able to do. And again, follow the pieces. There's going to be multiple blockchain ledgers or blockchain technology used for sure, just in case something gets dropped or make it a little bit harder for systems to get hacked, or you got to have security up there. But what's going to be the backbone? Obviously, I'm betting on it being on Quant, and I love to hear a good argument as why it would not be. Right? Again, if you're going to be testing something for the interoperability of tokenized assets, whether it's tokenized stocks, tokenized bonds, CBDCs, you're going to use what you've been testing unless you saw a problem with it. And there hasn't been a problem with it because other countries have been picking it up. UK with the tokenized deposits, Japan with the Dentu Soken pushing for tokenized deposits. World's getting outside of Europe, it's going to Japan. Awesome news. And now we're just waiting for more announcements from either Quant or more likely from the European Central Bank and other banking infrastructure and fintech companies. So big exciting stuff. Looking forward to see how this evolves over time. And though right now at the time of this recording, prices of everything is kind of just going down into the shitter due to everything from macroeconomic fears, from the government shutdown. Okay, it's accumulation period. Obviously not financial advice. Sit on what you have. If you're sitting on a couple of Quant, very likely, my full belief, you're going to be happy with where things go in the near future. We got a big 2026 coming up. Let's see where this all goes. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. And again, I'll talk to you guys all again soon. Thank you for being here. Peace.